There have been a couple times when people from the floor have come to me and said, you know, I had this situation and before I did not know how to handle it. But after being through this leadership training through Hesston College, I know what to do now. We've had a couple people within our company that got promoted into a supervisory position and then they got demoted. They can supervise themselves, they're a great worker, but once they had to supervise other people, they got scared and couldn't handle it. It's just too much pressure. So when somebody's doing something wrong, that employee may get yelled at, or they may pull them aside and berate them in front of people, and they just didn't know the different steps or the standards in leadership training on how to take care of that situation.
Leadership is really knowing yourself and being able to influence the people around you in a positive way. We very early on said what we would like is something where people can actually be a part of discussion and learn as part of interacting, not only with leaders and instructors, but also with each other.
With Excel, they were looking for interpersonal communication, they were looking for conflict resolution, an increase in intercultural competency. And so those are pieces that we built into the training for Excel Industries to really work at the adaptive challenges that they were facing.
Maybe more programs talk about, here are the 5 tools we want to give you, because tools make sense. What was lacking in that methodology is understanding how you interact with the tool and how you interact with the people. And that's something I think Hesston College and their instructors know very well. And when they put together this curriculum and when they executed and when they led our people through those processes, the responses were exactly what I was hoping for, where people were coming back, employees were coming back and saying, I'm learning so much about myself.
At the beginning, you seem to, look a little bit apprehensive about what is this leadership program going to be, and then you see the progress and the development of understanding not only the concepts that we're trying to, bring to the table, but also that they actually make sense and that they click and that people start using those concepts in their regular conversations.
It wasn't just a time of sitting there listening to someone talk. You really got something out of it.
It was so unique. I've been through lots of different leadership training, but this one was just very unique in their approach.
We had our production supervisors, which are maybe a lower level supervisor out in production, and we also had them in groups with some of our upper level executives. They were able to work with these people in these different departments that they may have never even met before, because we have about 700 or 800 people that work at this company.
Basically, we just didn't know each other, really. And, it was like, well, that's their department, I'm not gonna cross the line, I'm not going over there.
Our main goal was to make sure that whatever those sessions were, they needed to be engaging, they needed to be challenging at the same time, but it needed to be felt like a conversation, a discussion, but not a lecture.
Sometimes they were afraid to say something, but then we got very comfortable with each other and realized that we're all there for the same purpose, and that is to better ourselves.
It just started, flowing a little bit better. We were joking, talking, and we got involved in the process of this leadership training.
They really break it down and get into the detail of what you do to be able to try to give you a better chance to be successful in being either a leader or even a supervisor or manager.
Taking management to leadership is really about working on you and figuring out how can I be more healthy emotionally, physically, in a holistic perspective. And I think that having a liberal arts college deliver this leadership training really emphasizes a holistic perspective to leadership.
Educators who are passionate about teaching and educating and learning and not only are passionate about it, but know how to execute, know how to interact and understand their audience.
It kind of broke down some of the barriers between the different departments.
They made it fun. They engaged with us.
After they've been through the training, I've heard from many people that they know what to do in those certain situations now. Since we've had Hesston College come out and give this leadership training, we haven't had not one single person in a leadership role get demoted back because they were scared of their leadership skills.
My name is Rachel, and with our academic dean and other representatives from the college, we were able to sit down with Excel and dream up this curriculum that was exactly what they were looking for. And we want to do that with you as well. So if you have interest in thinking about leadership training for your employees, please feel free to contact me, and we would be interested in taking that next step with you in your organization.